Hi guys, Andy here again from Mad Lad Designs with another in the print and play series. Now I've upgraded some of the components for this game, which is why it's in this pencil tin here. I got this from a supermarket for £1, this tin. I thought it looked quite good. Skeleton faces with little bows on. But the game, because I've upgraded some of the components, nicely all fits in this tin. So what do we have? We have Zombie in My Pocket. A quick game, solo game, in which you are laying tiles down. You have to enter one room, a particular room, to find a zombie totem, and then go out into the garden, find the graveyard, and bury the totem to stop all of these zombies. Okay, so let's take a look what we have. Just zoom the camera out a bit. Here we go. So we have the instruction booklet, Zombie in My Pocket, by Jeremiah Lee, and graphics by Kwanchai Moria. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. If not, I apologise. But here's the booklet. It prints out on an A4 sheet, and you fold it and cut it in a certain way to make this little style booklet. 24 pages. It's very easy to learn. The instructions. You can also download scenario books as well. I have yet to play any of these scenarios. I'm going to give those a go. There's a few scenarios in each book, telling you what you can do and what you need to do for each scenario. So I've printed those out as well. Then we have, as they're all over the place, the tiles. So you print these tiles out on A4 sheets of paper. However, I've gone and dropped it on the floor. I've gone and stuck it on foam core, so it's easy to pick up off the table when you put them together. So we have, these should not all be shuffled together, but there you go. This is the artwork, patio, and then you have inside the house and outside the house. So the artwork is pretty good. Just grab all these tiles where I can. Here we go. So there's the graveyard. That's where we need to find. Bedroom, yard, garden, kitchen. We also have a stack of cards. That there, you need pen and paper just to jot things down while you're playing the game. But you have a stack of development cards, and as you're working your way through the house and the garden, it takes time, and time ticks away. And if you ever go past 11 o'clock and you still haven't buried the totem in the graveyard, you're overrun by zombies and it's game over. I have no backs to them, but that's the development cards. I've added a pen just to jot the things down, but I've also added these as well. You don't use dice in this game. What I used these for was, this was for my health, as your health goes down, and this is an attack score. You have an attack score through the game, and this can go up and it can go down. So I use that for health and I use that for attack score, but you can also use the paper and jot attack and health down, because you'll be picking up items as you play. So, and that is just what tile I'm on. Okay, so I'm going to set this up and we shall play Zombie in My Pocket. Okay, so I've set the game up, ready to play. How you set the game up is you remove the foyer indoor tile, because that's where we're going to start, and all the other indoor tiles you shuffle, mix up face down and make a pile. Then you take all the garden tiles, you put the patio to one side, you shuffle all the rest face down, mix all them up, and then I put the patio tile back on top, because we're going to be using that to go from inside to outside, and it also reminds me which pile's which, because when they're face down obviously they look exactly the same, the piles. Then we have the development cards. There's 9 development cards. You shuffle them all up face down, obviously, you remove 2 without looking at them, place them off to one side, and you're left with 7 development cards. Now this is our timer. We start at 9 o'clock. Once we've gone through all the cards, we bring the other 2 cards back in, shuffle everything, remove another 2 cards without looking, and that is our 10 o'clock timer. So then it becomes 10 o'clock. Once we've gone through the cards, we shuffle them all together, remove 2, and then it becomes 11 o'clock. And then once we've gone through the cards after 11 o'clock, if we haven't buried the totem pole, well, the totem, whatever it is, in the graveyard, then it's game over and we are overrun by zombies. So I have my attack. You always start with attack 1 and health 6. You can see my son had a game and he won. So I'm going to see if I can beat him. Right. So you have a number of actions you can do on your turn. And one of the actions is to move to another tile. Every time you move to another tile, well, almost every time, and you'll see, but almost every time you move to a new tile or even an existing tile, you're going to have to be drawing a card. So as you can see, as you're moving around, this pile is going to go down quite quickly. So I'm trying to find the evil temple. Somewhere inside this building is an evil temple with this zombie totem I want to take hold of. So first thing I'm going to do then is I'm going to move. Let's have a look. And you can only move where there's a door. Now sometimes you will get blocked in where there's no way to move, and I'll show you what happens then. But normally you can only move outside where there's a doorway. So I'm going to draw from, and we get the family room. So we've got 3 exits, so that's okay, we're not going to get blocked in. You can put these anywhere you like, as long as there's an exit joins an exit. That's fine. Obviously you can't do that. And yeah, let's go that way. Of course, when you move into a tile, you draw a card. So remember, it's 9 o'clock, so we're looking at anything on the 9 o'clock part. Candy bar in your pocket. 1 health. That's handy. So there's good things and bad things as well. But I found a candy bar, so I can add 1 to my health, which I will do here. So my health now becomes 7. Nice. I'm going to carry on. I'm wanting to find this evil temple in this lovely lovely mansion. I think I'll move forward because there's a doorway. So we move forward and we find dining room. Okay. Notice there's an arrow. The dining room is the only place that you can travel from inside to outside. Okay. So I would put the patio on here. You can't travel outside until you get to the dining room and go through this doorway. I'll put this down like this. We also put the patio down because that leads to outside. Now you can go outside if you want to, but I don't have the zombie totem, so there's no point in me to go outside, but I do have to move into the dining room. Of course, 9 o'clock. We've got 4 zombies. 4 zombies have come from under the dining table to come and get us. Okay, so combat. The way combat works, very simple. You look at your attack score. That's how many zombies you kill straight away. So I've killed 1 zombie, which leaves me now with 3 zombies left, and each zombie does 1 point of damage. So 7, 6, 5, 4. So I'm now down to 4 health. And that's how combat works. Extremely simple. And then the zombies shamble off and do something else. Okay, alrighty. Okay, so I can go left, I can go right, I can go into the garden if I want, but it's pointless at the moment. I am going to go left here. Grab a tile. We are in the bathroom. Okay. Again, we're going to grab a card. You tried hard not to wet yourself. That's appropriate being in the bathroom. Okay, alright. So nothing bad happens, but nothing good happens. That's a dead end. So we need to go, of course, because we've moved into a room, even though it's already there. What have we got? Your body shivers uncontrollably, or involuntary. So again, nothing really bad happens. Phew. So I shall move, because I'm going to go here. Storage room. You may draw a new card to find an item. Right. Yeah, I'll show you how that works. So the first thing you do though is, it goes like that. Let's draw a card. Oh, we've got 3 zombies. Okay, with our attack of 1, that leaves us 2 zombies left. So we're going to take 2 hits. Right. So we're down to 2 now. Right, so we've seen one of the actions you can do is just moving from room to room. Another action you can do is something called cower. Okay, which means you basically run into the corner of the room and cower. And you immediately get 3 hit points back, 3 health points back. Thank you. Fantastic. However, it's not for free. You have to draw a card. You don't do anything with it. You just put it in the discard pile. Which obviously eats into your time. So every time you cower, you just draw and discard a card, and it's going to eat into your time. Now I can stay here, draw another card and get an item, because if you look on the cards, there's always an item in the bottom right hand corner. So I think I will stay there and draw a card to get an item. Let's see what item I get. So I'm going to ignore the 9 o'clock. I'm just here for the item, and it is a board with nails. Fantastic. Let's take a look at the instructions. It tells us, where are we? Board with nails. We can add 1 to our attack score. So that's now discarded. Our attack score goes up to 2. Marvellous. We've gone through all the cards. An hour is over with. Put those 2 cards back, shuffle everything. We still haven't found the evil temple. And then we're going to remove 2 cards, which is going to be these 2. And this is our new draw pile. So now we're going to be looking at the 10 o'clock. So this is also a dead end. So we have to move back. Draw a card. Looking at the 10 o'clock. Item. Fantastic. Now you do not get the item on the same card. If you want an item, you're going to have to draw the next card. And of course that digs into your time. So, is it worth me getting an item? Ooh, I don't know. I could get a chainsaw. Then again, I could get something I don't really need, and it's going to eat into my time. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to get the item, I'm going to leave it. So I'm going to come down here because this is the only way I can go. A bat poops in your eye. -1 health. Okay. Right, not too bad. We're down to 4. Now, the more time that you take, the more zombies are going to come out. So, I am going to cower. I run in the corner, behind the sofa, cower, for 3 hit points back. So now I get 7. But, we just draw and discard a card. Our timer goes down. I'm going to come here. The evil temple. Hey, this is what we were after. So in here you have to come in and resolve 2 cards if you want the totem. So resolve the first card. Remember, we're looking at 10 o'clock. We have 4 zombies. We have 2 attack, so we kill 2 zombies straight off. So we are down to 5. Then we have to resolve another card, and we get an item. I'm not going to pick up the item, I'm not going to push me luck. Right, that's it. We have got the totem, so we just mark this down. Totem. Just to remind us that we have it. Now we need to go outside and find the graveyard. So move card. You hear terrible screams. Okay. Now we move outside into the patio. Again we draw a card. You sense your impending doom. 1 health off. Okay. I'm down to 4 health. Now I know there's I think there's about 6 zombies somewhere, and I've only got 2, so that would take 4 off me. I'm going to push my luck because I'm running out of cards, because it's 11 o'clock. I've gone through all the cards. Shuffle again, and now it's 11 o'clock. Not the way I wanted it though. Right, so 2 are removed. Just 2. The rest of the place down here. Now I can't remember, did I pick a card up for the patio when I went into the patio? Would you believe it? I can't remember. I've just done it and all. I'm going to say I did. Okay, if I didn't, I apologise, but I'm going to say I did. Alright, so now we need to move and to try and find this graveyard. Let me just show you here. So you can see this hedge. You can't go past the hedges. You can only go to the grassy areas. So I am actually going to go straight on. I don't need that pile anymore. I'm going to pick from the garden pile. We're into the yard, and again you can put these anywhere you want to, but obviously you can't block yourself off like this. You can't go through the hedges. So I will put this like this. Take the card, and we're looking at 11 o'clock now. The smell of blood is in the air. Okay. We should be there. Moving on. Let's go this way. Right, we're in the graveyard. Ooh, we could do this. We could do this. So again, we're going to have to go through 2 cards to resolve this. Right. Remember, we had the totem. We picked the totem up. Go through 2 cards. 5 zombies. Oh, we've got attack of 2. So we're going to be attacked for 3 health, which leaves me 1 health. Oh no! Okay, then I think I've got enough time in the cards for me to cower. I'm going to cower, which gives me 3 health back, which brings me back up to 4. Then I'm going to draw the last card to resolve. Remember, we're looking at 11 o'clock. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, 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 no. Oh, would you believe it? Right, so I can kill 2 zombies, which leaves us with 4 zombies left. The 4 zombies are going to take all our health of us right at the last second. As we are in the process of burying this totem, we are overwhelmed by the zombies. So that's it, guys. I didn't do it on the last turn of the card. If that was anything less, I could have got away with it. But I was overwhelmed at the last possible second. So there you go, guys. That is Zombie in My Pocket. Fairly quick game, fairly easy game. I'll zoom into the map so you can see the map a bit better. So there you go. Found the totem in the evil temple. Took it out to the graveyard. Got overwhelmed at the last second. Okay. A couple of things I didn't go over for the game, which I'll quickly do here, is if you find, I'm just going to move this map out the way like this. I'm going to use this and use this. So if you're here and you move forward and you find that you are blocked off, so there's nowhere else to go, then what happens is zombies come crashing through a wall. 3 zombies come crashing through a wall, so you have to defeat those zombies. Once you've defeated those zombies, then it's up to you through which wall they have crashed through, and then you can carry on playing. So let's say they crash through this wall. 3 zombies, I would attack them with my attack score, kill how many zombies my attack score says, take the rest of the damage, and then choose which wall they've come through, and I'd say, oh, I've come through this wall. So then I'd do this. Okay. So you're never blocked off, but zombies do come crashing through a wall to make that opening to go into the next room. You can also, let's say you're here. Okay, and what I could have done, but I didn't, maybe I should have done, on the game, right at the end, is you can run away. So let's say I've moved from there to there, and I've drawn this, and it was 11 o'clock. What I could have done was say, right, I'm not going to tackle them zombies, I'm going to run away. You run away to a previously explored room, so I would run back here. This would then be discarded, and you would take 1 hit point. You would take 1 point of damage. It helps you a bit, but it goes through the cards quicker. Maybe I should have done that in the last game, but you know, there you go. So that is Zombie in My Pocket. Those are the other 2 rules. You can get various items. Let's take a look at these various items we can get. Here we go. When you want to pick up an item, you pick the item off the next card, not the card that says item on it. So there you go, all the instructions are here. Zombie in My Pocket by Jeremiah Lee. A nifty little game, and I will put the link to the print and play files and a link to the page on Board Game Geek. And like I said, I've pimped mine out a bit by putting it on foam core, and then I've also downloaded, which I haven't tried, is these scenario books you can find. There you go guys, another in the print and play series, Zombie in My Pocket, and I will catch you guys later.